occasion that's here tonight with us that we're so privileged to have here, because I have said for the past 2 years for sure, and for years back, that there really is a team on that council. You can never be successful as a leader unless the people below you or the people working with you as your team are the ones that are going to support you, they're going to help you make things happen, they're going to let you know when things are going on. And these two guys have worked together as a team, believe it or not, for the past several years. Yes. And I am so privileged because I got to know this guy, and I'll tell you the kind of guy that he is. He's a guy that runs for an office and doesn't have the support of me or the people I represented. And we joke about this all the time. Well, because at the time, the incumbent in the state race had done some things for us because we'd asked him to, and we just felt like we couldn't turn on him, even though we really liked him. Our interview with him was, gosh, we really like him. He's such a great guy. But we didn't support him. He won that election. But he's the guy that the next day called us and said, we need to start today to work together. Even though we didn't support him. What kind of guy is that? You know, it's an awesome guy. You're right. And so when this opening came on the council, after he left the state office, the opening came on the council, you know, Bruce and several of us said, we know who needs to be that guy on that council. That guy who's going to put differences aside, and say, we're going to do what's best now for everyone. And by the way, I tell you, not only that, he sponsored 3 criminal justice bills for us when we asked him, and he carried them through and got them all passed, including a major DWI change bill for people in drunk driving situations and the penalty phase on that. So he did that for us and turned out to be elected the Law Guy of the Year for the state. You know, very good, but he did all that. But when it came time for our city council, we all knew, those of us who were involved at the time, we said, we know who it needs to be. And Bruce, so we called him. Yes, he took that challenge. And many of you have seen sit side by side with Bruce on that council, and you've seen them get beat up by other council members and people up front together. You've seen them for the city of Mesquite together. So it's very important that tonight we're so privileged and honored that he chose not to be somewhere else, but to be here with the team again and to stay with the team. And for that reason, I think we need to give Robert Miklos a big round.
You're not here to listen to me speak, but I just have a couple of words. First, this is the first time that I ever got reelected. Right? So, my wife Kathy's here. Everybody wave. Yay! Without her, I'd probably have much higher psychology bills, and I couldn't do anything without you. You know, it's like Homer Simpson says, you know, I'd be a beggar on the streets, and my belt would be a rope, and, you know, without a good partner. So, yes, this is the first time I got reelected, but you're not here to hear about me or anything. Bruce and I have known each other a long time, and the first time I called him was a telephone call, and he told me he wasn't going to support me. I
may have made an error on that.
Hey, no, it's okay. It's okay. He supported that, then turned. But the best thing, well, one of the best things. It's not the best thing, but one of the best things about our mayor-elect is that, you know, he puts the city first. He puts people first. First before himself. And he was there with me and continued to be there with me. And, you know, when I spent a little bit of time in the political wilderness, so to speak, you know, a lot of people dropped me like a dirty diaper, and Bruce did not. Bruce was always there with me, and I was always there with Bruce. And we were together before he even ran for the council. And I remember saying, in his 14? He said, Bruce, go ahead and put yourself in, go back out. And sure enough, that happened. And he got on there, and that's when things started to change in this town. It didn't completely change, but that's when things started to change. Our meetings went from the day to the evening. We started to record our meetings. We started to demand accountability so that people couldn't retire with $500,000 retirement parachutes. And what that meant is that those people started getting it out for him, started having it in for him, and started biding their time with him, and started to look at ways to attack him. And his response was to gather friends to him. And he probably twisted my arm for about about a year or a year and a half, basically nonstop saying, I really need you to run, I need your help, I can't do this, alone, and no one can. I can't, he can't, no one can. And he finally talked me into it, and then I think it's mainly, we're kind of like those kung fu fighters in the Shaolin Temple. We're backs to each other, and they're coming at us. These ninjas are flying in the past. And I'm like, Bruce, there's one behind us! But I know, right? I'm a nerd. But the reality is that Bruce never wavers in his commitment to putting other people before himself, to put the town before himself, to put citizens before himself. If somebody needs a sidewalk done, he wants it done. If somebody needs an alleyway fixed, he says, let's get that alleyway fixed. If some person is struggling with the bills, he's asking people to ante up to help them out.
That's right.
And the now former establishment didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that he helped get cats out of trees or squirrels out of attics. or quite frankly, that
Somebody wants a request like that.
or that he gave a crap about people.
Yeah. Right.
The old former establishment's behavior was, y'all need to shut up, pay your taxes, and let the important people make all the decisions. And Bruce and mine we said, no, the people are the boss. The people pay the taxes, the people live and die and raise their kids in this town, and they deserve to be listened to, heard, and fought for. And I am thankful for Bruce, because Bruce has allowed me to be me, and to be me on that city council. And that has been a gift that I never had before. And so I reciprocated by helping Bruce be Bruce every minute of every day, and trying to be a mad scientist to figure out everything that you needed done, how we could get it done. And so now the former establishment has something to deal with, and they have to deal with the best man in this town who cares for all of us, who fights for all of us, who works for all of us, and who listens to all of us, is now going to be the man. Without further ado, my friend, my partner, and now my mayor. It's Mayor-elect Bruce Archer.
First of all, there just aren't a lot of leaders out there like Robert Miklas, or as Art Greenhall calls him, Robert Miklas. So pretty good, Art. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. You know, looking around this room, there's a lot of people that a few years ago wouldn't be assembled together tonight. Okay, but God has a way of bringing people together to do good things. And Robert, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the trenches we've fallen together. We're going to fight some more, and we're going to do some good things.
Yes, sir.
This guy has a backbone of concrete. The last 2.5 years, we've had some phenomenal victories. We've had a few losses. And we've been slapped in the face a bunch of times. This campaign has been hard. I knew it would be from the beginning. I didn't think it would be as ugly as it has been, but you know what? God's still in charge. And I'm going to continue to move forward and bring this town together with God's help, with all of your help. I'm thankful for my sweet wife who stood by me minute by minute. I've had to keep her away from Facebook a couple of times. They don't come any more loyal than this woman here. She is a good woman. I'm thankful for her. I love you very much. Thank you. So, man, to have friends like Don Williams and so many others of you who we've fought the trenches together, and it is not easy to go against the grain, because the grain wants to stay in control. The grain wants to be in charge. It's not really about what's good for the people. It's not about how to move the town forward. It's just about the right kind of people need to be in charge. And God willing, we're going to change that. We're going to change who the in crowd is. The in crowd needs to be everybody. The in crowd needs to be the everyday, average working Joe and Joanne of this town who just want to live in a safe, clean place. And we can make this town so much safer, so much cleaner, so much more employable. If we're willing to work hard, I'm willing to do that. But you all have helped me to do that. So I can't tell you how grateful I am. I'm a little tired. I'm going to sleep a little bit tomorrow. So then I'm going to get up and we're going to start working on a game plan. Robert, you ready to start working on a game plan?
I'm already cooking up a few things.
Yeah. I want us to pray for Brian Odom because that man fought a good fight.
Yeah.
And God willing, 2 years from now, we're going to bring him home.
That's right.
Okay?
Yes.
I've got some others who are going to give us a lot of help to get things done. I'm so proud for your support. An old friend of mine that I met in 1980 when I was 9 years old called me tonight, a guy named Jason Scarpacey, and he said, Bruce, he said, I remember when we first met. He said, I was on my little Huffy bike, and he was on his bike. Dallas Cowboys were playing, and he said, Bruce, we were talking that day, and I've forgotten about this, I really have. But he said, most of you who know me know I love my dad a whole lot. And I grew up around City Hall, so this is kind of special. But he told me, because I'd forgotten, he said, Bruce, you said that day that you were going to be the mayor of Mesquite one day.
Wow.
The Lord is good.
Yes, He is.
All of you are awesome. I'm grateful. Let's do some great things for Mesquite. Thank you all so very much.
Just a second. Just a second.
All right. Again, James and Sherry winners. Thank you all.
Mayor-elect, I think this is something you might need in the next few days.
Let me recognize a few people though. My adopted mom and dad, Marie and Ron Grant, who I love very dearly. My sister Sherry, somewhere back here. Where's Sherry at? My sister Sherry. My brother Johnny and sister-in-law Tricia. My mother-in-law Kathy. Where are you at, Kathy? Okay. My son was here earlier tonight. Who am I missing? David Aldrich, been friends since 7th grade, 8th grade. Heather, been friends since 8th grade. So, but you're all very special to me. Already working on this. Big Victoria, who worked for me as a kid at CC's, means a lot to me having you here. So anyway, I guess I'll open it.
Bruce.
You have the results came in.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Results. It's live.
Mr. Mayor, that's very kind of you. I'm very moved that you would call. Thank you so much, sir. And we'll get together soon. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir.
Even more fitting that you would open the spot.
James is like, open it already. James is a kid at Christmas.
Oh, you can't tell.
Wow. Come on.
It's so nice. I hate to rip it up. We got a box. Oh, it's over there.
While you're doing that, this is live, Bruce. I've been doing this live. Janice Bell said congratulations, and she knew that you'd do it.
So I said, thank you so much. Is that her right now?
They're just people that are watching it.
Stop, turn it up, turn it up.
Turn it over. Or here.
While they're doing that, let me say that I'm very grateful for the mayor's call. He's given 14 and a half years of service to our city, and I want to thank him for his service.
There.
The long one first. The long one in the plastic first. That one.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Your own gavel.
Look at
Oh.
that. Somebody had some faith.
Me and a new friend of mine, Mr. Bill Metzger, right there.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you so much. Let me also thank a lot of people who did a lot of work. Jerome, Brad, all of you who put out tons of signs for me, who worked polls, who called people, who gave money. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. Let's see what we got here.
Well, you gotta look at did you look at the top?
I did. I saw that. Look at, oh my gosh. Pins with my name on them. Oh, and just so everybody knows, I did dress up a little bit tonight. So.
Collection.
Look at this. Look at this. Now I can look important.
Just pull out your hoodie next time.
So you wanting to hold that?
See how she takes care of me?
Okay. Let me get out.
Oh, hand me that little thing.
No, you just need that.
Let me say one last thing and I'll quit making speeches. I said at the beginning that I wanted to build the safest city in America, the cleanest city in America, and the most employed city in America, and I meant that. Now, I can't promise we'll get 100%, but if we just got 30 or 40%, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I promised that I would continue to be accessible and available to the community, whether that's a town hall meeting, or that's a meeting at McDonald's or Taco Bell or wherever, where everyday folks go, to just talk about what's going on, an informal, relaxed atmosphere, or being on social media and being responsive to people. And yeah, that's social media, that's what people say it is. I'm going to stay connected to you, the people, every day as long as I'm there. And I will get up every day thinking about how to make your lives better. So thank you all again.
is live.
6 years ago, he came in my office when Bruce was going to run against him. And he sat down and we had a conversation. And he started in about the election. He says, I suppose you've heard somebody's going to run against me.
Well, don't film this, y'all.
And I said yes. And he's sitting there in the chair, he tugged his jacket, he goes, Bruce Archer, who'd vote for him? And so every time I think about this election, I think about that comment. Because they did not know who he was.
That's right.
I told him that day, you're going to be real surprised. And tonight, he's real surprised.
There is one last individual that I didn't recognize, and that is our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Without him, I'm nothing. And without him, I won't accomplish a thing. Without him, we as a council won't accomplish a thing. And without him, our city will be nothing. But with him, and all of us staying together, shoulder to shoulder, just like God's people did during with Nehemiah and God's people when they rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem, and not just the walls and the gates, but people's lives. We'll rebuild some walls here of people's lives. We'll improve things. We'll build that shining city on the hill, which we believe is possible. So God bless you all. I won't say anything else tonight.